Big Q.
And your girl, Granny B.
TeamBoydTV. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, it's every season, for whatever reason, there's always one show where I'm stuffed up. At least one show every year. But hey, the season is over. We're in playoff time. Just so, you know, there's a lot of stuff happened last week. But it was you. You had a perfect shutout on the Get With It Sports Pick 'em and Shut Up challenge. Pretty good stuff. Yeah.
I was super excited.
Yeah, I thought it was amazing.
I wanted that perfect week. We have been talking about it from the beginning of the season. No one had a perfect week. No one had a perfect week. And I was like, I gotta do it.
Yeah.
Last week.
It was awesome.
Okay, that's what it was all.
It was pretty awesome. It was.
And shout out to Get With It Sports.
Yeah.
You know, they hit me up on Twitter and whatnot. Left a message for me. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I actually found myself cheering for you because, like, you know, after my picks were like they were just destroyed, I was like, oh, you might be able to do it. And Seattle games like it was going on forever. You know, but it was good. It was good. And then, you know, of course, after that, I got attacked by Dallas Cowboys fans on Facebook. Which I thought was pretty funny. You know what I mean? But, you know, I ain't even gonna do that. I'll do that in the offseason. I'll do that in the offseason. So.
Well, we need to explain the intro. What happened.
Oh, word up. So listen, this playoff spectacle was supposed to be something groundbreaking for YouTube, but, you know, of course, schedules with so many people, schedules get conflicted. And my boy Glass, he's debuting a new series tonight, actually. That's gonna be at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
8 o'clock Eastern for us and 7 o'clock Central for where he is.
Okay.
It's called The B-Sides, him and a couple dudes. They're going to be talking sports and chopping things up. I told them that I was going to give them a shout. So after y'all get done watching TeamBoydTV, tune in to Get With It Sports 2 on YouTube. Check out my boy Glass. And check out The B-Side. I know I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be checking that out.
All right.
And my boy JB. Oh, my boy JB. So another TeamBoydTV live cast with JB. His birthday is actually tomorrow. So it's another one of the reasons where this, you know, we couldn't get everybody together because he's celebrating. That's what he's doing. So JB's birthday is tomorrow. So anybody who follow JB on Twitter or on Facebook, hit him up and tell him happy birthday. And I think that's all I got. That's all I got.
Okay.
Or shout out.
Let's get into business. Oh, wait a minute. Drum roll.
Oh, got something special. Oh, yeah. I'm ready for my coronation.
For the first time ever in TeamBoydTV history.
Yes.
Mr. Boyd has beaten.
Yes, I did.
Big Q came through the shit for the fellas.
I did.
But
that's how to get beat by you.
He won by 2 games.
It don't even matter.
2 games.
How many games did you win by last year? 4?
Like usually a dozen.
I think it was just 4 last year. You know what I mean? But you know,
2 stinking games.
that's just the omen. And I said that in the broadcast this week. I wasn't going to mention Carolina. But that's just the omen. You know, I won my little victory here this season. And then hopefully my boys will, you know, continue on the tradition.
But congratulations.
Hey, look, and I appreciate it. And it feels good, you know. I wish I had time to go and get me a championship note made up or whatever.
Wow.
That would have been really dope.
Wow.
That would have been dope. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So look.
So let's see how the season is going.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
The Steelers beat the Browns, and the Steelers needed help from everybody in the nation to get into the playoffs.
Yeah,
and they've almost done it. Except the Chargers beat Kansas City. And the Chargers should have not beat Kansas City because there was a penalty that was not called. And, the Chargers won.
The Chargers won.
My Giants won the last game of the season. The Bengals over the Ravens. The Titans over the Texans. The Colts over the Jaguars. The Jets over the Dolphins. The Vikings over the Lions, even though my boy got fired, which I'm going to talk about. I'm not happy. Panthers over the Falcons. Saints over the Bucks. Patriots over the Bills. Seahawks over the Rams. Packers and a spectacular finish over the Bears. 49ers over the Cardinals. Broncos over the Raiders. Chargers over the Chiefs. And Eagles beat the Cowboys. And in true fashion, what's his name? Kyle Orton.
Kyle Orton. Yeah.
He was exact replica of Tony Romo.
You remember that old song back in the day? I want to be like mine. You remember that joint? Yeah, Kyle Orton wanted to be just like Tony Romo.
And he succeeded.
And, you know, listen, I thought the last week of the season, like we was doing the show last week and I saw how they threw all those division games on the schedule at the very end. You know, it makes for so many playoff implications and scenarios.
Right.
And you had like Mike Tomlin and his son in their basement, you know, cheer, waiting on the field goal and all this. You know, it just made such really good, compelling TV. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really did. Yes, you know, I did. I enjoyed the Dallas Cowboys game. I did.
I did too. Anytime I see Dallas go down, I'm thrilled about it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Them and the Patriots.
Oh,
the teams in the playoffs, or?
Well, let's do this. Let's handle business first, right?
Okay.
So, right after we got done doing our thing, and after the festivities concluded, of course it was Black Monday. My boy Louis T had a really, really nice video on YouTube. If you guys don't know Louis, go to his channel, check him out. He had this video called Black Monday 2014. It was really well done. And he pretty much had a timeline, showed there how, about all the coaches and whatnot. So you had, before the season ended, I think it was 3 weeks left, Houston Texans fired Gary Kubiak. And then the first casualty of Black Monday was... Yes.
Gray Sunday.
Yes, right. So they got him, and then it was you dude from Minnesota. Then it was Greg Schiano. Then it was Jim Schwartz. Right? What's the last one? Yeah. So it was. I feel like I'm missing somebody. So we got Kubiak. We got Frazier. We got Schiano. Chazinski. Schwartz. It was 6. Oh, I'm missing somebody. Somebody ain't got a coach. Somebody's coach got fired. I can't remember who it was. Minnesota, Houston, Cleveland, Detroit, Minnesota. I can't remember the last name. Okay. No, it was 6. It was definitely 6. I can't remember who. It'll come to us somewhere later in the show. But anyway, those guys all got fired. And immediately these teams started, picking up the pieces and putting stuff in place. One of the big stories was it Bill O'Brien? Bill O'Brien, right? Who worked with the man in New England for a long time. Then it went to Penn State after the whole what's the man's name? The old guy from the Penn State incident. Yeah, all that stuff, right? And then so he was there for a couple years, and then now he's back in the NFL as the head coach of the Houston Texans, which I wanted our guy Lovie Smith to get that job. Lovie Smith ended up taking the Tampa job.
Right, and I wanted Lovie Smith to take the Lions.
See, I wanted Lovie to take the Houston job.
Well, I think the Lions need structure.
They do.
Somebody who's a structure.
It'd be interesting to see who Detroit finally locked down. It'd be kind of cool to see that, And then after all that, the dust settled on all that. Mark Trestman, everybody looking at him all funny, and then they signed Jay Cutler to
$126 million for 7 years.
52 guaranteed.
54.
Oh, ridiculous. Now, me and Glass, we got into a debate a little while ago, just a couple weeks ago, about this whole situation with Josh McCown. This is right when Cutler was coming back.
Right.
And I was telling him, hey, Chicago got an issue they got to worry about. Do they sign Cutler or do they sign McCown? And of course, McCown is a little older, a little longer in the tooth, this kind of thing. I wasn't expecting them to give Jay Cutler that kind of deal. I just wasn't expecting that.
But you have to think about it like this: it's supply and demand. You get rid of Cutler, who you getting for?
I didn't say get rid of him. I didn't say give him the bank, break the bank on him either.
I'm just saying, if you don't, then you open a free agent.
Well, now they had a franchise in this year,
and then what you doing?
Well, they would just, instead of dealing with a $52 million guarantee, cap hit of 16 million.
Over 3 years.
Right, but they would only had a $16 million cap hit if they had this franchise guy, which they said they didn't want to do because they didn't want to pay the $16 million up front, which they would have had to do. Right? Crazy stuff. I just don't think Jay Cutler, he in the category with Tony Romo, with Matt Ryan. I don't know about Joe Flacco. I'll leave him alone. I'll leave Joe Flacco alone. But Matt Ryan, and what's the other one I just mentioned? Tony Romo. I throw him in the same category.
I would too. This is the thing that I don't understand about this organization. Okay, so previous year you had a coach that went 10-6, and you let this guy go. Right? Now you have a quarterback who does the same amount of thing that he's done, but you give him $126 million.
Right.
So why is that?
And I don't understand because Lovie was there every game for the last 4 or 5 seasons. Jay Cutler ain't finished a complete season in Lord knows how long.
And your coach takes your team to 10-6.
Yeah.
So that means that you, as a general manager or organization, need to look for the missing pieces. Because apparently there are missing pieces there. Because he's coaching these guys to 10-6, which is not easy to do in the NFL. So, but this guy has what? One playoff win?
One playoff win. Because he wasn't with the team when they went to the Super Bowl. No, he wasn't with them.
You got one playoff appearance and...
Actually, was it Kyle Orton? Was Kyle Orton their quarterback?
So.
Okay. That's kind of ironic.
And you do nothing.
Right.
The last time you was there, you was on the bike rehabbing during the game.
That's right.
And you let Lovey go, but you get this dude 126.
Which is weird to me. I never understand the NFL and all those little buddy system and who you know and who you cool with. Because every time I see Jay Cutler at the podium trying to look all slick and sly, this little towel and this little 5 o'clock shadow talking that nonsense, he just makes me sick to my stomach.
You know, trying to remember who the other coach was.
I can't remember what the other coach was. I cannot remember because it wasn't Philbin when we thought it was going to be Philbin. It wasn't Allen from Oakland like we thought it was going to be. And it wasn't Garrett from Dallas like we thought it was going to be. It wasn't Ryan from New York like we thought it was going to be. So I can't remember exactly who it was. Can't remember. It just slips my mind. But I was pretty sure that it was 6 though. Pretty sure it was 6. And I'm trying to think of the timetable.
Well, Tampa, was the coach plus the GM.
Right. Yeah. Well, maybe that's what I'm thinking about. But I don't know. For whatever it's I'm missing a coach. I don't remember. Because what's did really bad. Jacksonville, they didn't fire their coach. No. Yes, I don't know. But I thought all that stuff was really cool except for the Jay Cutler stuff. But you know what? It's good with something to talk about. And then what else happened over the weekend? Oh, my man, right? My man, I got to mention it because it's funny to me. My boy, number 76, Greg Hardy, the Kraken, in his little post-game interview that everybody in the world seen with the little dude asking him, about
dominate.
Yeah, you like,
why did you dominate today?
He dominated breakfast, man.
What did he have for breakfast?
He had cereal. He killed it with no spoon. You know what I mean? Like, I like this dude, but let's talk about him for a minute. Carolina ain't really been known for spending a whole lot of money except for like Jake Delhomme. I think Jake Delhomme,
which was a huge mistake,
right? Which it was, But what's going to happen with Greg Hardy at the end of the season?
They're going to have to pay him. They're not going to leave him in free agency because you have to keep this team complete as it is right now. You need some other pieces, you do, because Steve Smith is going to be gone in the next 2 years.
Okay.
But you need to keep the core of what you have because that defense is serious.
It is.
So
and young.
You gonna pay this man, give him his money, shut him up.
That's right.
And let's move on.
That's right. Because you know what I know what Richardson's thinking about. He's thinking about Cam Newton and how next year he got to deal with the Cam Newton situation. But it won't be a next year to even really be talking about if they don't keep Greg Hardy for next year.
Right. You have to keep your defensive players. Right. That's what's really been pulling your team along.
But actually, that's the only reason why they've been winning, really. You know what I mean? And Cam in the clutch or whatever. But they've been doing just enough on offense. The defense has really been what's been happening. Oh, absolutely. So that's that. I'm trying to think of what else happened that we could talk about. Is that everything that happened this week?
Pretty much. The kickoff in Minnesota.
Yeah, but look, we talked about this in the off season. There's always something about like the NFL for what it's worth. Because we talk about the Chris Cluey from Minnesota, who they released. Was it last season?
No.
It was just a little while ago after the season was over. Because he's a same-sex marriage activist. And that's what he's trying to claim because we did an interview with him. He was talking about this stuff, right?
Well, he wrote an article on Deadspin.
Yeah.
That pretty much said that there was cowards who was Leslie Frazier.
Who Leslie Frazier's name in that thing? That's right. Yeah.
And then he said there were people who were bigots.
Yeah.
And it was the offensive coordinator who was supposedly a bigot and said that all homosexuals needed to be gathered up, put on the island, and have it nuked to a glove.
Yeah. That part that's a little.
Now, I mean, that just sounds stupid that somebody would say something like that in 20.
Every time a report comes out like that, and you and the fellas, y'all always be like, you always believe everything that come out like that. You know what? Somebody is saying these things.
Well, it's a lie. I feel like the guy came out and said
Chris Cluey made this up.
He said he vehemently denied that.
Of course he's going to vehemently deny it. Your job and your family safety and well-being is on the line because you said some stupid stuff like that. But you know what though? That was him showing his true colors, and everybody, no matter who they are, and we've seen it time and time again, like Riley Cooper, like some of these other guys, who in this little split second, their true selves come out. You know what I mean?
One thing that I say is, I don't have a problem with your opinion or the way you feel about something. The way you feel about something is your right. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. However, you cannot discriminate against anybody. If you don't agree with it or you don't approve of it, it's not something you would do. That's fine.
Right.
I mean, I get that. I totally understand it. When you talk about gathering people up and taking them to an island and nuking it, you're going too far.
Right.
You're doing too far.
But look, these gay players need to stop though. And I'm gonna be serious about this, right? These gay dudes in the NFL, They probably need to cut that out. I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, but these gay players, I'm gonna tell you what they're doing. They've been gay the whole entire time, trying to keep it a secret. And then whenever they get let go, they feel like they skirting, or somebody says something that hurt their little homosexual feelings. I ain't saying this in a derogatory way toward homosexual people. I'm just saying, if you're an NFL player and you're gay, don't wait till everything hits the fan and then be like, oh yeah, and he said this, that, and the third. And by the way, since I'm leaving, he said this and he said, I'm taking all y'all down with it.
I agree with that.
You know,
that's too much.
That gets on my nerves. You know what I mean? That's terrible.
And I don't think he got fired because he was an advocate of same-sex marriage. I don't agree with that. His production was clearly down from the previous year, and he was at a point where a kicker, he had to be paid a certain amount. And this is a business at the end of the day. So if they know they can get someone with as much or better production for lesser value, that's what they're going to do.
Right, and I mean, and teams drop and hire and release and trade kickers like it's nothing.
Now, they did say that Leslie Frazier said, I guess him promoting it or the way he was doing it was a distraction. However, a coach is always going to feel like that. Anything that's not football is a distraction to them in their mind. So, I mean, I get that. But like you said, you're releasing a team. Don't now come and point fingers at someone who said this, that, and the other. It's too much.
Ridiculous, man.
Right. Why, the timing of that article, which lets you know that it was full of crap.
Full of crap. And I 100% agree. Now, let's flip it, though, before we get into the picks and stuff. Last thing. You was all getting up and out of control about the Green Bay situation and the blackout and this, that, and the third. I thought it was kind of great.
I think it's ridiculous. I think the NFL should be ashamed of themselves for blacking out people's games because people don't buy tickets to go to the game. That is the most ridiculous thing, and lets you know that the NFL is getting very greedy about their product.
Well, I'm going to tell you what the NFL, if the NFL wants people to go to the stadium, they should have put together no beautiful stuff like the NFL Red Zone, because I'm going to tell you straight up, when we went to the game early in the season, and it was very hot. Like, I was about to die in that sun, right? And I was wishing I was at home watching the game on TV, in the AC, on my TV with surround sound, you know what I'm saying? With my food and stuff. You know what I mean?
You got to pay $20.
And I mean, look, the NFL created,
your own clean bath.
That's right, they created the Red Zone channel. They created NFL Mobile on your apps, on your phone, and your iPad and stuff. You know what I mean? They created all this stuff. They created the streaming stuff on the web. This is their stuff, right? And they get mad because people find it a little bit more easy to just pull up an iPad and turn the game on instead of going to the game.
Let's take an example: a family of 4. You gotta buy 4 tickets. You gotta get to the game. You gotta park when you get to the game. You gotta get food for everybody at the game. I don't have $600 to spend for playoff weekend.
That's right.
I just don't have that. But I can pay my Time Warner bill and turn my TV.
That's right. Absolutely.
So I'm gonna need the NFL to back up, sit down.
And furthermore, I don't care what they do. If they gave me tickets to that Green Bay game, I still wouldn't. Ain't no way in the world I'm sitting out there in no negative 13 degrees in the snow and rain. It's like people.
When you got a warm house.
No, ain't no way. You know, ain't no way. Look, what they need to do, and it's a sad thing because either football fans are getting soft or we get spoiled by the product as a whole. But that's why a lot of these teams are building dome stadiums. This is the reason why. And then everybody's like, oh, well, you building dome stadiums, it's taken away from the mystique of the NFL and playing the elements and this. But ain't nobody going to sit out in the rain. I got so sorry for the people in Carolina last week. That was a torrential downpour. And they were out there sitting out there chilling like it was all good.
And you know how old that stadium is, too.
Right. No, ain't no way in the world I would have been out there. You know what I mean? No, I wouldn't have done.
So I say give them to stop talking about local cutting these things off. Let the people put the game on TV.
And stop giving it to us in such a beautiful manner where it makes us not even want to go to the game. You know what I mean? Well, I'm just saying, they can get money either way. So I don't know why they be tripping like that. But you just can't get them both at the same time.
Show you how greedy they are.
Yeah, because they want the red zone money and they want the stadium gate money.
And you don't know what these people got to do with their money. You know they going broke for no football game.
No, that's right. No, I'm not.
Sit down.
I am not the one. All right. So we go into the social media break. When we come back, we're going to pick our little games this week, which ain't a long list. We ain't going to make this no competition because I already done won. I'm done. I'm done for the season. You holler at me next August, okay? All right? Put to the break.
Social media break.
What up, football fans? You want to stay up on the latest of TeamBoydTV happenings? Like us on our Facebook page at TeamBoydTV on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter at TeamBoydTV and at VernieB73. You can also check out our YouTube page at TeamBoydTV Turbo, where there's live event videos, among other things. You can also keep up with the latest happenings, live chats, question and answer sessions on Google Plus at TeamBoydTV. Thank you once again for watching TeamBoydTV. Okay. That time, you know.
So let's do the AFC first. So far, the number 1 and 2 seed is the Broncos and the Patriots.
Yeah.
And you have the Bengals and the Colts, Kansas City Chiefs, and then the Chargers. So this weekend, Kansas City will play the Colts, and the Bengals will play the Chargers.
Okay. So the AFC games are pretty dope. Now, this is what I'm gonna say about this. First and foremost, I don't care what nobody says. You know, got a little homie, one of my little homies at work. He's a little California kid. He's all about these Chargers, although he claims I think he's a bandwagon dude. But I don't think the Chargers are the mismatch or anomaly in this playoff picture. I really feel that way. I feel like they have no business being here. I think the Dolphins should have been in that spot. But the Dolphins didn't do what it needed to be done to get there.
Right.
They're out. So we're looking at the Chargers, right? So what's the first game we want to talk about?
Let's talk about the Bengals and the Chargers.
We're talking about the Bengals. Now, look, I don't think the Chargers are like the last couple games. They've actually been playing pretty good, even though they almost got took by the second string of the Kansas City Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? But they played well enough. They didn't win the game, did they? No, they didn't win. Yeah, they won. Okay, you know. So you know, but they beat the second string Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
And you thought they're gonna be able to beat the first string Cincinnati Bengals?
I don't think so.
No. And did you see Giovanni Bernard last week? Andy Dalton.
My thing is, if Andy Dalton does not turn the ball over, it'll be a blowout.
It will.
What will keep them close is if he turns the ball over.
Which I think he will. I think he will. I think he's going to
if he does not turn the ball over, the game will be a blowout.
It will. I don't think
because there's just too many weapons for the Bengals.
Absolutely.
And there's a monkey on their back.
Oh yeah.
They have not. Marvin Lewis has not won a playoff game since what 11 years now. He's been there.
It's been a while. I think
he's not won. He's been there the last 3 years, but he hasn't won.
Exactly.
The Bengals need to win a game to move forward. I'm not saying they're going to the Super Bowl.
No.
But they need to win to make some headway in this playoff to get that monkey off their back, to get that experience to move forward. This is their game to take.
And I actually want to see them face off against the Kansas City Chiefs. I do. But you know, it's all good. But the Kansas City Chiefs won't. We'll get that in a minute. But yeah, but you know, I'm with you though. I 100% agree that the only way that the Bengals can lose this game is if they want to lose this game.
Right. Exactly.
If they get a game away, I'm 100%. So I agree with you on that one. So we move on to which one?
Kansas City and Colts.
Right, and Kansas City ought to be ashamed of themselves. Not really. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to because you can't say, "Oh, Kansas City, you guys were doing so well. Why you guys end up in the 6th seed? Y'all should be like number 1 seed." Like, you know,
look at their division.
The division stuff, right? Yeah, you know, and honestly, really, in the beginning of the season, nobody except maybe JB. Now JB did. I gotta give him the props. He did say that he thought the Kansas City Chiefs would make the playoffs, and he was straight up about it too, right? He was like, "Yeah, they're gonna be in the playoffs." I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever." You know what I mean? And this was early. This was way in July sometime. So look, honestly, nobody thought that they would even be here. You know, so that's amazing in itself, right?
I think they go down to the Colts.
You know, and that's the part that I really don't want to see. Now, honestly, I think when you look at the teams on paper, I think the Colts are more prepared for this, even though the team has been together a less amount of time than this Chiefs team has been together. In a sense, I guess they both, because they kind of put that Chiefs team together in the all season. But then again, the Colts been together. This is their second season together, right? So I don't know. I think they got a little bit more experience when it comes to this kind of thing. But I don't know.
Resting that team the other week is gonna be a definite.
Yeah, you know, and that it's always the thing.
Yeah,
it's always the
thing.
thing.
Done.
Yeah.
So it's like, what if you rest?
You know what though? I'm gonna go out on the limb because I don't want to see the Chiefs season end like this. You know, I would rather see it end, even though I probably wouldn't see it because like they got beat so badly by Denver both times. You know,
I don't know if Denver wants to see them again. You know how hard it is to beat a team 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
I mean that's.
But I would rather see them go out swinging against somebody like that. You know what I mean?
Then lose to the Colts.
Yeah, and besides, like the Colts got this little. And after the statements they made about Peyton Manning early in the season, I'm just not feeling them right now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you know how I
you know,
they talked about Peyton. I was like, okay, Earth saying all we can go fly.
But I'm gonna give Andrew Luck and the boys they props though. They've been playing okay. They've been doing enough to win. They ain't blowing nobody away by no stretch of the imagination. But some new stars, T.Y. Hilton and stuff.
And
that's cool.
they pretty much beat all these teams. Right? They beat the Broncos. They beat the know that people really don't want to see that team push
Right. Absolutely. Cali Blue. So what about those Panthers, huh? Are they gonna win? Hey, yo, Cali.
That's for next week.
Thanks for we Panthers not this week. We don't want to jump the gun. We don't want to do that. They ain't in the picture this week. Like for 1 week, I know everybody on YouTube gonna be glad that Panthers fans ain't got nothing to talk about. We gonna sit in the corner and we gonna chill. Okay, that's what we gonna do.
Okay.
Right?
And wait for your opponent.
Wait on our opponent. Whoever's gonna step up to the plate. So look, I know you're going with the Colts. You feel like the Colts gonna do it.
I do.
I'm not ready for the Kansas City Chiefs season to be over yet.
Okay.
I'm just not. I want to see them do it. I'm a big proponent of Mr. Alex Smith. And I think that he gave Andy Reid a raw deal in Philadelphia.
You like that story?
I do. It's a redemption story for everybody. You know what I mean?
You always pick those.
I do. And I mean, come on, like Jamal Charleston's been completely lights out. Like this dude, him and like Dwayne Bowe, even though Dwayne Bowe been doing his little stuff. They've been playing really well together.
They have.
I just ain't ready for the season to be over yet. So one more week.
Okay.
One more week for the Chiefs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on to the NFC.
Okay.
So in the playoffs are Seattle, the
Okay.
Panthers, the Packers, the Eagles, San Francisco 49ers, and the Saints.
Right.
Okay, so this weekend, the Saints will play the Eagles.
Well, before we get into that, let's look at that picture for a second. Now, there's another team in there, which in a way I'm kind of glad they're there because it's a breath of fresh air. But really, what is Philadelphia doing up in here?
Hey, I mean, look at that division.
That was supposed to be New York, but
New York?
it's in the beginning of the season, it's going to be New York. It's funny how like you look at stuff in the beginning of the season, and they still have to play the game. You know what I mean? And Philadelphia they had some adversity in the beginning of the season. So look, I'm feeling compelled a little bit to kind of get behind Nick Foles in this ragtag little squad they got. I mean, LaShawn McCoy, ridiculous. Deshaun Jackson getting back into rhythm. Jason Levine, Riley Cooper, after everything he went through this season, you know what I mean? Like they playing well. I gotta respect their ground. I said this last week. The team that I thought that I felt the most like concerned about facing Carolina, at home was Philadelphia. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think Philadelphia has all the tools offensively to get the job done. But man, I don't know if their defense is gonna be able to hold up.
I don't think they are going to be able to hold up, and that's why I'm picking the Saints.
Right.
I think the Saints get their first road win of their history.
You know what?
They've never won a road playoff
Chip Kelly
game.
if he done showed me anything this season in his debut in the NFL, he done showed me that he's a coach that can adapt at the drop of a dime. And he knows that the things they've been doing all season, this whole fast-paced offense, this, that, and the third, it can't work in this game. He gonna have to slow this thing down, and he got the tools to do it. He got LaShawn McCoy, Russian champion this season, that can slow this game down to a crawl and dictate the pace of the game, and keep Drew Brees and Marcus Colston and that chump Jimmy Graham over there on the sideline. Look.
Well, listen, if you're not on the field, you can't win the game.
That's right.
I mean, that is the right.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I don't want to see Philadelphia come here. I really don't. You know what I'm saying?
They wouldn't come here.
Oh, they wouldn't. Oh, because we get the one from the other game. Okay. So yeah, against what everybody else on YouTube has been saying.
Well, you could play the Philly.
Right.
You could either play Philly, San Fran, or the Packers. You can't play the Saints.
No, can't play the Saints. No.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think Philly gonna win this game.
Okay.
I do. I
think
think they
the Saints
are.
are going to win.
Yeah.
This is their time.
Okay.
So the next game up is the 49ers playing the Packers. The 49ers are traveling to the Packers in minus something degree weather they're going to play this week.
Right.
It's going to be 1 degree in game time.
So look, just check this out. This goes like what we was talking about earlier. How in the world you got Colin Kaepernick in the San Francisco 49ers going to Green Bay to go against Aaron Rodgers, who just came back last week and did a pretty good job, in last week. How you gonna tell people they gonna block this game out?
I don't know.
Please.
I'm saying.
That was a threat. They ain't no way they're gonna block this game
This
out.
is the other thing too that I think the NFL needs to work something better out. To me, a team that is the best record should be the one that you go to, regardless of
Right.
the season.
I mean, because the way they do it now, I can put a dominant team against the weakest team. They set it up so the strong teams always win.
You shouldn't be going to a 9-16. You got an 11-5.
Absolutely.
That's not right. They shouldn't host the game because they won their division.
Right.
No, it should go based upon, it's a new season.
Right.
So base it upon the person with the best record, and you go to their home.
You know how the NFL is. They do this because it creates this controversy. You know, like this has been an issue for years. Every football season, we talk about this. Every year, that's what we talk about. You know, why such and such, like the New York Giants, why are they hosting football games? You know, they went into the playoffs with a losing record. How was that even possible? You know, but that's just the way it's set up, and those are the rules. You know what I mean? Now, what's gonna happen in this game though? Like, I think both teams are built to handle this weather. It's cold. You got Eddie Lacy versus Frank Gore. You know, you got Jordy Nelson and them boys versus like Bolden and them. You know.
I mean, I don't know how much that's gonna matter. I know just as a person that when I'm outside in the cold, I don't like it. Yeah. But I'm not built for football.
Right. He's a professional football player.
So I mean, I don't know how much that weather is a factor really at the end of the day. We're talking about the greatest opportunity on the line.
Oh yeah.
I think I will play through whatever.
Right. Now look.
But I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick the Packers.
Really? See, you know what? The reason why I don't want the Packers to win this game is because I think this whole Aaron Rodgers thing was a bunch of crap. Right? You had like the little young kid Tozine coming in playing his heart out. They went and drugged Matt Flynn back from the dead. This dude turned his back on the team, decided to leave and go chase some money. Did absolutely crap in 2 years, then they bring him back. Not Aaron Rodgers, right? Not Aaron Rodgers, it's Matt Flynn who got them in position to get into the playoffs. Let's bring in Aaron Rodgers.
Well, they had to win this last game.
But that's gonna bring in Aaron Rodgers. It's like the stupid Jay Cutler crap. That's why they're not in the playoffs. That's why the Chicago Bears are not in the playoffs, because they decided to go with Jay Cutler. Not only did they bring him back just so they can get booted out of the playoffs, but then they rewarded him by giving him $126 million. That's why the Packers are gonna lose. I'm telling you, right?
They rewarded Jay Cutler?
Because Chicago Bears rewarded Jay Cutler. That's right. And they had no faith in Matt Flynn. Oh yeah, sure, we ain't got nobody else to throw the ball, so we gonna use you, Matt Flynn. Matt Flynn up there playing for a job. He playing for a spot. He playing for a chance to become another star. Not in Green Bay. Okay, not in Green Bay. But they shut him down just to bring in Aaron Rodgers.
Listen,
please.
Be realistic.
I'm not going for this. I'm not going for this.
Aaron Rodgers, this dude.
I'm just saying, look.
Come on, man.
He won games.
Aaron Rodgers.
He won 2 of those games out of the 3 that he played in. First one he tied. And then the first one he tied, right? Mm-hmm. Then he won 2. Come on, man.
Who are they playing?
It don't matter. They won. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter.
If Matt Flynn was playing on Sunday, they would have lost.
Well, it don't even matter. All I know is this. Colin Kaepernick is much, it ain't the 40. I like the 40. I like Jim Harbaugh. I like the 49. I just don't like Jim Harbaugh. And this was so long ago. This is so long ago. I know. Okay. So long ago. I just, it bothers me. It does. Everybody giving all this credit. And I would give Colin Kaepernick this much credit. I had, in my heart of hearts, I just didn't think he was going to survive the season. I didn't. I didn't think he was going to survive the season. He ended up winning. How many games did they finish with? They ended up winning over 10 games, right? That's better than I thought he was going to do.
But honestly, I say the Packers, but when you look, because football is always a game of matchups. Right. When you look up at the matchups, the Packers defense doesn't have anything.
No, they don't.
They don't. And I think when you think about that, they really are the 49ers.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because the matchups just don't add up to the Packers.
Well,
Clay Matthews.
Mike McCarthy is on that old Sean Payton crap. I'm just going to score 1 billion points and hope we win the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That 49er defense may have it. Who weren't they the ones that broke the collarbone?
Yeah, they were.
So I don't know if that's a good look.
Well,
because that offensive line is not good.
No, it's not. But you know what?
Aaron Rodgers looked so good last week because the Bears are just that terrible defense.
Right.
So you have to take that into consideration as well.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Aaron Rodgers threw 2 interceptions in that game. But at the end of the day, Colin Kaepernick will survive another week. He'll survive another week. They'll beat the Packers. We'll see them at least 1 more week. And then we can dispose of them properly. Either the Seahawks are going to do it or the Panthers are going to do it. Somebody's going to get rid of these boys. They won't make it past their next round. But they survive 1 more week. I'll give them that. Okay. So,
I say they're going to win too.
Okay, cool. So we're looking at San Francisco advancing. We're looking at, I think we'll split on, right, because I think the Eagles will go. You think the Saints are going to go. On the AFC side, I thought the Chiefs would make it. You said the Chiefs would get beat by the Colts, right? Mm-hmm. and then we both agreed on the Bengals, right? So that's gonna set up a really nice divisional round either way. And you know, and I'm gonna say this because for people like Daniel Turbeville, you know, tag me on Twitter. Let me say this to Dallas Cowboys fans. I know their season is over, but I wanted to get on the show and address this because, you know, this is one of the reasons why I'm not a Dallas Cowboys fan, because I don't like Dallas Cowboys fans, right? That's one of the reasons why I hate this team so much. Now, I'm going to ask the YouTube audience, right, why, as soon as Cowboys threw that interception and the game was over, why did Dallas Cowboys fans all of a sudden start attacking Carolina Panthers fans? We wasn't there. We wasn't in that stadium. We didn't even play them this year. We had nothing to do with what happened in Dallas, right? But they jumped on our case. What's that about?
Because that's who they are.
Okay.
But you know what I think is funny about just like the media and fans and whatnot alike?
Yeah.
When they had Tony Romo, everyone was like, how are we going to win this game with Tony Romo?
Right.
The minute they don't have Tony Romo, how are we going to win this game without Tony Romo?
Right.
Which one is it?
Well,
is Tony Romo your franchise quarterback or is he not?
He's their franchise quarterback. So this is what Dallas tells me, that they're okay with what's been going on over the last 5 years.
They're okay with mediocrity.
We're finishing 8-8.
Right.
Because think about it, they're not finishing the season on a losing tip.
No.
They're not finishing on a winning tip either. So
they're just 8-8.
and they're good. They got
When
beautiful
you look at them on paper, they look fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
They look like they should be in the playoffs every year. But every year it comes down to that last game, which they lose. They've been 8-8 the last I don't know how many years.
That's right. And look, I am so happy that they ain't even in the mix this year. Like I'm gonna tell you, like whatever hatred I had for the Dallas Cowboys before this season, I'm turning it up a notch next season. I am telling you, like this is out of control. You know. Anyway, let me give a shout out to my boy Cali Blue was in the comments blowing everything up. He says we're gonna have problems. I've seen if we see San Francisco again. Yeah, we'll deal with it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't impressed with San Francisco when we played. I really wasn't. Now that was a game that we came in the house. I was like losing my mind and whatnot.
And it was only a 9-10.
Yeah, but you know, I was more nervous when they played Tom Brady and Drew Brees. I was more nervous in those games than I was in the San Francisco game. Not saying that I thought that we were.
Crabtree is back though, and someone else y'all didn't have.
Yeah, but you know, I don't know. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. If we have to go that way, but we'll deal with that next. We got to see who's gonna win these games, and that's what's gonna be the fun part. Now, so Cali Blue, shout. We'll get into this kind of stuff next week, and you trust and believe. Everybody gonna be here. We couldn't get it together this week, but next week though we have everybody on stage, and we're gonna get busy with it. So Carolina will be in the mix. There's gonna be a lot of trash talk. My boys, your boys, Joey Riolano and Anthony Dunn, my Cat Chronicles homeboys. Hey, these dudes, they've been putting it down. They've been grinding it out for the Carolina Panthers dudes. They're my boys. I want to shout them out. My boy Glass will be coming on live at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central for the B-side. We're going to be checking it out as soon as we wrap up here. My boy JB's birthday is on tomorrow. Make sure y'all shout him out. Tell him happy birthday. Louis T. Still on his grind. I'm going to give a shout out to him. Football guru. Dave from Wake Up With Football. Ezra. Everybody been doing their thing this season. It's been awesome. The Voice. How can I feel about the Voice? I know how I feel about the Voice, right? The Voice 2525. That's my job. But yeah, I think that's all I got. I want to give all my shout outs. Good. You got a shout out? Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Hey, your girl.
You got everybody named Mama?
I did, but your girl, Philadelphia's Eagles are in the mix. They playing this weekend.
We haven't heard from her though.
But she's been like, she's been doing it. Anyway, that's the show for the week, man. So it's the show for the week. Pretty good. So I wanted to be bigger and more, I think we did a pretty good job this time. People love it.
But I didn't get a chance to just say how disgusted I was with the Minnesota Vikings firing Leslie Frazier. I'm still pissed about this thing. I really am. I'm upset about it.
Really?
I am.
Yeah, well, I am too.
And you see that Adrian Peterson wouldn't even comment on it. He was like, this is ridiculous.
That's NFL politics, man.
I am not happy about
it.
And I think that Cleveland is a complete nut firing Chizitsky after the amount of games when you give away a number one running back.
Well,
so I don't have a running back.
Shazinski
you gonna give away my money maker?
Unless Shazinski didn't have absolutely nothing to do with the football operations that went on this season, then he's a complete jackass too. I'm gonna tell you why. Because he was on the team, a good team, a budding team, a team that was on the rise. He was like, oh, yeah, we finished 9-7. I am out of Carolina. He caught the first thing smoking and got up out of here. One season.
You hush your mouth.
He's looking for a job.
This man is a head coaching job.
He looking for
if
work.
Someone says you can work with this team, or here's a head coaching team.
He looking for work.
Do your own job.
He looking for work.
Thing. You're gonna go with the head coach.
He looking for work. He should have stuck with the Panthers, but that's okay. You know, we got Sean
Everything
McDermott.
is not about you, Panthers.
I'm just saying, this dude failed a little too early. That's all I'm saying.
Listen,
he on the unemployment
Cleveland is
line.
never going to get anything because they don't know what they're doing.
Right.
You don't fire a coach after one season.
No, you don't. Because they're idiots, right? They let LeBron James leave and all kind of crazy stuff. You know, I'm just saying. They threw a bunch of money at them. That's what Dallas does. That's what the Giants do. That's what the Yankees do. Money solves everything. Anyway, I'm your boy Big Q.
And I'm Bernie B.
And look, we are out, man. We'll catch y'all next week.